Okay, fourth exercise is called Distinguished Lord Combs the Hair. We usually just say comb the hair. Could get a bit confusing, but bear with me, we'll work through it together. Okay. The stepping for this is Daoyin side stepping. Okay. And we're going to go shoulder width and a half to 2 shoulder widths. Okay. So once we breathe in, we sink down, we step out, shift the weight so we're in riding horse stance, and then we're going to straighten the legs and turn the body on the last bit of the in-breath. Okay. The hands, what I'm going to do with the hands is initially as I sink down, I'm going to push my palms backwards, like I'm going to push a wall away behind me. So I'm pushing the heels of my palms into the wall to push the wall away. And I step out, shoulder width and a half to 2 shoulder widths and parallel with the feet. And once I get to here, I straighten the legs and begin to turn my body, sweeping my right palm around to cut my left cheek. The left hand sweeps up to rest on the back of my head. I try and get my shoulders around to 90 degrees. So if I start off facing this way, I want my shoulders facing this way, parallel to the wall here, if I can. If not, you just turn to where you can. But you'll feel it begin to open up the body and the rib cage. Okay. So the right hand sweeps around cheek. The left hand sweeps back and up, rests on the back of the head. Okay. Let me do that movement another couple of times. Easiest way to remember it for now, if you step to the left hand goes onto the back of the head. So 1, turn to the left hand on the back of the head. And 1 more. Sink down. Step out. Straighten the legs a little. And 1 more. 1, breathing in. Okay, so that's the first in-breath. The out-breath, we're going to go from here. I'm going to turn the body to face the front again. Okay. As I do that, I'm going to bring my right palm back so it's placed into the armpit. Looks like I'm trying to get my palm into the armpit. We're opening up some lung points here and also stimulating the lung shoe points at the back. Okay, so it's not as you might think down here. We want it fairly tight to feel as if we're extending here and just compressing at the back, opening these points, pressing into the lung shoe points. While we're doing that, this hand, as we turn, we bring the elbow forward, and as we bend the knees, we unfurl the hand and we form the 8-character palm. Okay. The 8-character palm is stretching the index finger and thumb out. Okay. This is where the lung meridian runs. Okay. The large intestine, which is its paired yang organ, runs back up this way. Okay. So we're stretching out the paired organs of the lung and large intestine. We're stimulating those channels by stretching out thumb and forefinger. Okay. And we do that, and we look at the corner of the fingernail here, okay, just the outside corner, as we do that. Point there called Shangyang. We'll cover that in more detail in a bit. So those first 2 movements will look something like this. 1. 2. 2, breathing out. One more. 1, breathing in. 2, breathing out. And again. 1, 2. Okay. From there, we're going to do the same to the other side. So we're going to swing around, come back, one more on the left to here, and we're going to sweep the hands out and come back in. Let me run through that for you a few times. Once you've got the feel of this and you're getting comfortable with it, it should be easier to transfer over to the right hand side, okay? Or vice versa if you're doing it the other way around. Okay, but we usually go left first. Okay, let me run through the whole thing a few times just so you can get a feel following. See if you can get more comfortable with the movements. 1, 2. Now swing into the right, right hand on the back of the head. 3. 4. Right hand forward. To the left again. 5. Left hand on the back of the head. 6. Left hand forward. 7. Shift the weight to the right leg, sweep the arms out to the sides. 8. Step in, sweep the hands down. Palms are lightly at the sides of the thighs. Okay, and one more. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 'll do one more, but I'll do it facing away from you. See if you can follow the arms a bit easier. 1. 2. Breathe out. 3. 4. 5. Breathe in. 6. Breathe out. 7. 8. 9. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of combing the hair. And so the theory, the main point of focus is Shangyang point on the corner of the fingernail here. Okay, about 1/10 of an inch off the corner of the index fingernail. Okay. It's a point on the large intestine, first point on the large intestine meridian. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, lung and large intestine are paired organs. The lungs are yin, and this exercise is for the lungs. The large intestine is its yang counterpart. Okay. As the lung meridian travels here at the wrist, there's an internal connection between the two meridians which runs through here and connects into this point here. So by focusing on this point, it's like an overlap for the last point on the lung meridian. So by getting this one, we automatically get this one. Okay, so we focus here, so we stretch the thumb and index finger out. Okay, so that's the main point of focus, Shangyang, large intestine 1. Okay. While you're doing the movements, there are also other things going on. As we're moving this arm back to go to the back of the head, not only are we opening the lung points here, so the lung channel starts here, comes up a little, runs down into the thumb. So we're stimulating the beginning of the lung meridian. But also as the arm goes back, the shoulder blade moves in towards the spine, where it massages fei shu, or the lung shu point, the lung transporting point. Okay, so we're getting like a 2-for-1 there. So we're getting these points in the front, the lung transport and fei shu in the back. Coming here. Okay. The opposite is happening here. At this point, we're closing the points as we come around and taking pressure off at the back and just gently stretching around there, along with a twist. While we're doing that, we're also opening up the rib cage, because the twisting of the body, okay, is going to start to lift the rib cage more and open it out, okay, which will also, this twisting, will also massage the bends of the large intestine. So the ribs being able to open more will expand your lung capacity. This twisting here massages the two bends, the splenic and hepatic bends in the liver, the large intestine, sorry. The large intestine runs at the hip, loops under the liver, comes across the body, loops back towards the spleen, and then loops down inside the left hip. These two bends, the hepatic bend and the splenic bend, is where most of the gunk will get caught. It's going to get caught anyway. So this lifting and turning is an excellent way to free up any stuff caught in the intestines and move it along. Okay, there we go. That's the theory and background for comb the hair. Roll. So just to finish comb the hair, let me run through on both sides, facing you and facing away, because the arms are a little bit complex. Okay. Comb the hair. 1, breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, breathing. 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 'kay, I'll do one more facing the other way. Comb the hair. 1, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, breathe in. 6, 7, 8, 2, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 'kay, let's comb the hair. Alright, have a practice. Cool.